Hey guys, welcome to Gadgets 360, and today we'll be unboxing yet another smartphone, and this time it's the Realme 3. So let's open it up and see what we have inside. Okay, so this is the packaging of the Realme 3. As you can see, it's pretty simplistic. We just have a big number 3 on the box with the company name at the bottom, and that's pretty much how it is all around. So let's open this up and see what we get inside. So first off, we have a little sleeve over here which has some stuff in it. So this is the silicone case that you get with it, and you get some quick start guide and get some warranty information. Okay, next up is the phone itself. Just take it out of this packaging. After that, we have the travel adapter. This is a 10-watt adapter. And last but not least, we have the micro USB data cable. Okay, so for the Realme 3, there are some big changes, and some of the highlight features, at least, that the company claims is, of course, first of all, this is a brand new design. So, which the company said this is a unibody finish, which you can see there are fewer seams on the sides, and it just feels a little nicer to hold. So that is one of the new highlights, and of course the new gradient colors as well. Secondly, there you get a big processor bump. So now this phone has the Helio P70, which is a big upgrade over the Realme 2. Thirdly, this is also boasting to have a pretty long battery life. So you get a 4230 milliampere battery, which is supposed to be another big highlight. And finally, there's obviously a camera upgrade as well. So the camera is supposed to be better, and this phone also has a nightscape mode, which is supposed to take better low light photographs. So let's just quickly set this up, and then we'll take a look at the software as well. Okay, so now that we've set up the phone, let's take a quick tour of some of the physical aspects. So in the front, we have a pretty big 6.2-inch HD Plus display. It's supposed to have Corning Gorilla Glass as well, and it has the 19:9 aspect ratio. Compared to the Realme 2, you do get more screen to body ratio because this one does have the water drop notch on the top, as you can see, compared to the Realme 2, which had the older style notch. In the front, we have the front-facing camera, which is a 13 megapixel sensor with an f2.0 aperture, and it also is set to support AI beautification, HDR, and it also has AI facial unlock, which we'll test out in the full review. The earpiece is sitting just above the camera, and there doesn't seem to be a notification LED over here because there's no space. Down at the bottom, there is quite a sizable chin. As you can see, it's pretty noticeable compared to the borders on the top, but it is what it is. On the left, there is a SIM slot, and we have two buttons over here for the volume. The SIM slot can accommodate 2 nano SIMs, a micro SD card, and you do get dual VoLTE support as well. Over to the right, we have the single power button over here. There doesn't seem to be anything on the top. If you look at the bottom, we have the rest of the ports. So we have the standard 3.5mm headphone socket. There's the micro USB port, and of course you have a single speaker grill. Now, the phone itself is not too heavy. It's about 175 grams, but the weight seems to be distributed pretty well. It doesn't feel too heavy when you hold it. It is a little on the thicker side. It's around 8.3 millimeters, so it does feel a little fat, but then again, you do get sizable. The grip is not too bad, and it's not too slippery. However, having said that, we've just unboxed it, and already you can see there's a ton of fingerprints all over. So you get a screen guard in the front, and but this shiny back attracts a lot of fingerprints very easily. As you can see, it's already extremely messy. Now at the back, we have this new styling of the Realme logo written vertically. We have a fingerprint sensor on the top, and finally we have the dual cameras and the flash all in one module. So speaking of the cameras, there is a 13 megapixel primary sensor, and then we also have a 2 megapixel depth sensor. There is face detection autofocus. The main sensor does have an f1.8 aperture, so technically it should do well in low light, or at least relatively well compared to the other phones in this price segment. Okay, so the core specifications, again, like we said earlier, gets a big bump over the Realme 2. So we have a MediaTek Helio P70 octa-core SoC, which is pretty powerful. And you get two configurations. So there's there's one with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage, whereas the one we have over here is the higher end one, which has 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. Now you're probably noticing that there's a huge difference in the way this phone, the software at least looks, and that's because this one runs on ColorOS 6. Yes, it's a long time coming from ColorOS 5.2 that we've been seeing previously, and ColorOS 6 has a major redesign. Like as you can see, the icons, the way everything is laid out. There's complete overall of how things look, including the notification shade and all the toggles and everything. So we'll be exploring this in detail in the full review. But for now, it looks pretty nice. It looks fresh. It definitely looks a lot more modern than what we've been seeing previously on Realme phones. And this one, the ColorOS version 6 does run on Android 9 Pie, which is another nice bonus that we have. So thanks for watching our quick unboxing and a first look at the brand new Realme 3 smartphone. Be sure to stay tuned for the full review coming up soon only on Gadgets 360.